Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaranari Gopi Sudanandana Prajajanaranjana Yasodanandana Prajajanaranjana Yamunatira Banachari Yamunatira Banachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Jai Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jai Jaya Sai Gaura Hari Gol Hari Gol Hari Gol Nitai Gaura Hari Gol Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jagacharya Astuttara Sita Shishimadhi Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jagacharya Astuttara Sita Shishimadhi Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridasa Thakur Ki Jai Prem Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shanku Radha Kunda Giri Garodhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Mathura Dham ki jai, Navadvip Dham ki jai, Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai, Jamuna Mai ki jai, Ganges Mai ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Pimandi, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories to Shishi Guru Shri Gauranga. Om Vishnu Padya Krishna Prajapati Shri Gaura Karana Shakti Bhakti Om Agyanat Mirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tashmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Pandiham Sri Gurun Sri Yutapadakalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitam Cha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Taptakanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavan Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sandhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Sri Isopanishad ki Srila Prabhupada ki Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Hare Krishna. We continue our reading from Sri Isopanishad, and today we are looking at mantra 16. Prayer to remove the Lord's effulgence. Mantra 16 continues the prayer of mantra 15 for the Lord to reveal his spiritual form. We want to see the Shama Sundar form. Shamam Tribangalalitam Nyata Prakasham. We want to see that. Not the Brahman. I don't want to see Brahman. There's nothing to see in Brahman. Nothing to see. So we want to see Shyam Sundar. 15. So let's chant the prayer together. This is 16. There is a missing. That 15 also. Yeah, 15, 16. Oh, it's a very long one. Vishannakarasiyama Surya Prajapatya Vyuharosmin Samoha Tejahan Jati Rupa Kalyana Tanmana Kote Pashyami Yosavaso Purusha Sohamasmi. Okay. Translation. Anyone can.
O my Lord, O primeval philosopher, maintainer of the universe, O regulating principle, destination of the pure devotees, well-wisher of the progenitors of mankind, please remove the effulgence of your transcendental rays so that I can see your form of bliss. You are the eternal supreme personality of Godhead, like unto the sun as am I.
Thank you. Very sweet. So, Swayambhu Manu is praying. Please remove all desires and impurities which separate me from you, Krishna. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Krishna should do what? Remove all impurities and selfish desires from our life so that we can see Krishna as he is. This is a prayer Swayambhu Aman is making. The whole mantra is summarized to this one sentence. This is the gist of what he's praying. So we are going to look at Vyuha Rashmin. Kindly remove the rays so that we can see who? Bhagwan Sri Krishna. All unnecessary things. There are so many unnecessary things in our heart which are blockages that hinders our seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One of those blockages are what? What are those the blockages that are checking us from seeing the Krishna? First of all, Pride. Very good. False ego. Very good. Ignorance. Very good. Envy. Very good.
Enjoying separately from Krishna.
Selfish desire. Attachment of sense gratification. Misidentification. Very good. Lust. Very good. Very formidable enemy. Very formidable enemy. Confirmed about Gita. Yes, what? Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, impersonalism.
Impersonalism. Very good. The Lord has no form. It's zero. Just Brahman. Just light. Yes.
Material desire, sense gratification. Which is opposite to Krishna's conception. Those according to Krishna conception. Sense gratification.
Say in the mic. We didn't hear. Yes.
Sense gratification and material desire.
Material desires are broad. There's so many, so many things inside material desire. Which one? Of course, yes, all material desires are blocked. But which one in particular? Yeah, let's be specific. Which particular one? All right, somebody else. Yes, Prabhu.
keeping
Yes.
us from seeing Krishna is our contamination and material consciousness.
Contamination, material
The
consciousness.
fact that he's got this incredible, dazzling, glaring covering
Yes.
is, the condition of Krishna emanating all this bliss. But we can't even see the covering. So the real question is, if we can't see the covering or where it's coming from, what is it stopping us from seeing it? We don't have eyes tinged with the sound of love. And so we will never see into the spiritual world unless we have such eyes.
Yes. We don't have the Messi or Srimati Radharani with Premanjan. Therefore, we cannot see the Lord. All we can see is, of course, if we try, is Brahman. So Shambhavan is praying, Krishna, please remove all these things. I want you to remove all of them. So I'll be able to see your sweet Shama Sundar form, Prabhupada, with all the varieties of opulences, variety of experience as Lord Brahma saw. I want to have the same experience. This is what Swayambhava Manu is doing here. Powerful. The sun and the sun's rays are one and the same qualitatively. There is no sun ray without the sun. And if there is sun, there is sun rays. Right? If there is object, there is the qualities of that object. Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
One question I want to ask you.
Hmm.
Before that, I'll apologize about the question. The question is like that: when we believe about Radha and Krishna, we believe that Radha and Krishna have pure prema. There is no actually lust or anything. But when we see their statues or the photo, we always see that they have some physical nearness. Why it is like that? Why we show like that? I again apologize for the question, but please.
No. It's not an offense. It's not an offense. Suffering is not natural. Ugliness is not natural. According to Rupa Goswami, it is karma. Enjoyment is natural, and you cannot remove it from the soul. If you remove it from the soul, it is material object, not a spirit soul again. If it is a spiritual, like we said before, if there is object, the object must have the qualities to make that object different from another object. So, if there is Krishna, then you cannot remove enjoyment from him. Enjoyment goes with him because that is his nature. Right? If you have a kurta, you cannot remove the button from it. The button must go with it to make it complete kurta for our purpose of using it. So, Prabhu just explained the other day how we think that enjoyment, we should not equate enjoyment with sense gratification. The different thing altogether. The soul, Ananda Mayobhyasa, that is how it is described, is a pleasurable entity. That is the soul. And the supreme enjoyer, Lord Krishna, that which we are coming from. So we have his qualities. That is why every living entity, irrespective of our deplorable condition, we want to enjoy. When they are so a deformed person, completely deformed, so terribly deformed, that the hand, the feet, everything is just like one. So he was sitting on a rolling scotches. I was rolling. That's how it moves. It has no leg to move, to stand. So we were in the car. The car was coming, or the high speed for the express road. I saw this man was really, he was trying to get out to the road so they will not be killed. So I look at him. So what is in him that he doesn't want to die now? I asked myself that question. Look at his situation, so terrible. Suffering in all situations, just a suffering. There's nothing wonderful in his life, but he doesn't want to die. Why? The soul is natural, eternally natural. That is the nature of the soul. Therefore, nobody wants to die, because death is not natural. It is karma. So enjoyment is natural. It is not sense gratification. When we bring enjoyment to the bodily platform, it becomes sense gratification. When it is just an activity of the soul with the supreme soul, that is pleasure, that is enjoyment. It's not sense gratification. Does it make sense? So we are seeing the pleasure personified. That is material. Pleasure personified. In the material world, the name does not come with the object. So the name and the object are different, they're separate. But in the spiritual world, the name and the object is the same. So when we say Srimati Radharani is a pleasure potency of Krishna, what does it mean? That is enjoyment personified, the form of enjoyment. And she cannot be with someone else except Krishna. We want to imitate, then we get another person who come and give us trouble. But Srimati Radharani doesn't give Krishna trouble. She only gives Krishna complete satisfaction. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami said, she is the be-all and end-all of Govinda. The be-all and end-all. The end and everything of Krishna is Srimati Radharani. That is her position. And nobody, her name is Radha, because nobody can worship Krishna, nobody can give Krishna pleasure like her. Why? Because she's Krishna herself, in female form. So we have God, the Father, we have God, the Mother, and Radha and Krishna. That is Krishna. That's Srimati Radharani. So she is always with Krishna. Just like your shadow goes with you. Mm-hmm. If I ask you, why your shadow is always with you? How will you feel? How will you feel if I ask you that question?
These are my image, my body's image only. Wait for the microphone.
Why your shadow always goes with you? That was my question. The shadow. Did you hear? Understand? Shadow. The reflection.
Hello.
Microphone is the shadow.
Yes. Yes.
I can't separate my shadow from my body. It's always a part of my body itself. So wherever I go, it's come along with my body.
Similarly, we cannot separate Radharani from Krishna, because they are permanently together. Yes. When they become one, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when they separate again, that is Radha and Krishna. And they do that for pleasure. That's pleasure only. All right?
Yes.
Yes, bro.
I'm just remembering from yesterday. that we reach the conclusion that we don't have the slightest ability to even comprehend spiritual pleasure.
Yes.
We don't even know what it is.
Yes.
When Lord Chaitanya said that if you're just feeling separation, there's so much love.
Yoga item.
With love. If he has so much love in him
Yoga item.
that he feels
Sing.
separated from Krishna,
Sing now, sing the mantra.
then even a moment of that separation, it feels like a millennium has passed.
Yes.
So there is nothing about mundane, gross, dull lumps of matter embracing each other that has anything to do with the pleasures of Radha and Krishna. I mean, if you were embracing some other lump of matter, believe me, separating from that lump will not make you feel like a million years has passed.
Certainly.
Not even
Certainly
close.
not. Certainly not.
We can't. The quality of spiritual pleasure is higher than anything we can imagine. But the pleasures of our skin, Prabhupada called it skin disease. So the pleasures of our skin in this dull lump that we call a human body on earth, this is like the lowest form of human body within the universe. We can't even imagine the pleasures that the because on every planet, remember we just read that, every planet is designed and constituted by Krishna in a totally different way from all the others. We don't even know what they're experiencing on other planets for pleasure. All we know is that we're on this gross lump of matter and we're trying to think everything must be how we see it or feel it down here. That's the mistake all the scientists make. Every planet's all the same. And we're applying that towards the spiritual realm as well. Big mistake. Impossible to compare lumps of matter rubbing against each other with Radha and Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's the hands will sink inside. The leg will sink also inside. Then the head will go and inside it become like a tortoise. And after some time, all the joints start to elongate, expand. Have you experienced that before? Unimaginable. See, all the joints, this expand, this expand, this expand, this expand, this expand, this expand. So it will elongate like that. The same with the feet. The neck will come out. And then after some time, half the body is extremely cold and the remaining part is extremely hot. The same body. This experience Chaitanya was having in Jagannath Puri every day for how many years? 12 years. Everybody had. Continuously. This is what we are trying to do. Probably trying to do. Yes.
We have been studying since the beginning of this Bhakti Shastri course, the qualities of God, the definition of God. Who is God? And clearly one of the definitions is he knows everything, past, present, future. There's nothing he does not know.
Yes.
Infinite things he knows. We cannot compare our ability to know with God's ability to know and our ability to know are like comparing you to a microbe. So the conception of our philosophy is that even though Krishna knows everything, he doesn't know Radha.
Yes.
He can't understand. Krishna, infinite knower of everything, can't know what she's feeling. So when you look at the picture, you think you're going to figure out how that feels? Even Krishna can't figure it out. So that's another way of thinking. Please don't compare it to, like I said, lumps of matter rubbing against each other here on this dull planet.
Yes.
Even God can't figure out what Radha's love is.
Yes. So, Swarup Damodara Goswami, he used the word greedy for Krishna. Krishna became greedy for Radha's love. And that will lead him to come down as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Can you imagine that? What is in me? I am the source of everything. Everything comes from me. There's nothing which does not exist in me. But what is that thing that is in me that she alone enjoyed that I cannot see? See, he tried. He didn't succeed. That is Krishna. He tried. He could not succeed. Why? The example here is the sun and the sun ray. Krishna and Krishna Prema. You see? This is Krishna and this is Krishna Prema. Now they are two persons. They are two persons together. And Krishna wants to come to Prema. How will he get there? Because it's foreign. It is foreign to him. So Krishna has to beg Srimati Radharani to give him the permission to enter into that dream. Until Srimati Radharani does that. So Srimati Radharani had a dream. Do you dream sometimes? Huh? Do you dream sometimes? Srimati Radharani had a dream. In that dream, she saw a beautiful Brahmana, extremely beautiful, exactly like her form, but not a female, it's a male form. And this personality constantly, non-stop, chant Krishna, which is Radharani. Now the confusion is, who is this person? If it's Radharani, which is a she constantly, Krishna doesn't get out of her lips, her mouth. But it's not a female, it's a male. And looking at the color, it also resembles her. And his associates also resemble the gopis, but they are also not female. So she was wondering, who is this? Who is this person? Is it me? No, it cannot be me, because it's male. And no, it is me who constantly chant Krishna. So if it is me, where will Krishna? And if it is Krishna, where will I? So she was dreaming this in the night. And you know, sometimes when the dream becomes intense, it will come out. So as she was talking about it, so she woke up and Krishna asked her, were you dreaming? She said, yes, I had a dream, but I couldn't understand the dream. So Krishna said, what did you dream? So she narrated the dream. As she was narrating that, Krishna smiled and he said, you have seen so many of my forms. They didn't attract you, but why are you worried about this form? I'm worried about this one because it looked like mine and it looked like you. So which one is that? Say Radha and Krishna came together. And he came here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakti na punya. When you add the bhakti to Krishna, prema to Krishna, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Prabhupada said here, the sun and the sun's rays are one and the same qualitatively. Similarly, the Lord and the living entities are one and the same in quality. The sun is one, but the molecules of the sun's rays are innumerable. The sun's rays constitute part of the sun. The sun and the rays conjointly are the complete sun. Within the sun planet, there is the sun god. And similarly, within the supreme spiritual planet, Goloka Vrindavan, from which the effulgent Brahmajyoti is emanating, there is eternal Lord, as stated in the Brahma Samhita. The transcendental abode of Krishna is the land of touchstones, of which the houses are built, shaded by desire trees. Which shloka is that? Which shloka is that? Chentamani prakara satmasu kalpa briksha lakshavriti sushurabi rabi palayantam lakshmi sahasra shata sambrama sevamanam guninamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. The Lord is engaged there in heading the Surabhi cows and is always served and surrounded by thousands of goddesses of fortune, the gopis. Goddess of fortune here means gopis, who wait upon him with all respect. They serve Krishna with affection. Lord Krishna is served with affection, without pride, no expectation, only affection. To please Krishna, to make him happy, to make him satisfied. That is the intention. Yes, Brahmajyoti, Sun God, Krishna the Supreme Lord, Sun Globe, Goloka Vrindavan, sunshine, the Brahmajyoti, the sun rays, the living entities. Is it clear? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. One in quality, but not in quantity. That makes the difference. That makes the difference. There is a person behind the impersonal effulgence. Is it not? Will you consider it to be intelligence or foolishness if I tell you the sound doesn't come from a person? The sound does not come from a person. Will you consider it intelligent or nonsense? Huh? What do you think? Do you understand my question? Did you understand my question? What will you say?
Depends how deep.
Huh? You had a sound. Yeah, but it's not coming from somebody. You just come it by its own. Will you agree? No. Okay. Why not? Why not?
Because the soul itself isn't making any sounds. the soul itself is not making that sound. It's just the soul's desiring, and the material components are exacting.
Who make the sound? The sound itself, or somebody make the sound? That was the question.
Body react for that, and body react with the order of soul, and then you make it sound.
Is somebody responsible for the sound, or the sound just came by its own?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. The sound must come from somebody behind it. So who is behind the Brahman? Who is behind the Brahman?
Krishna.
Krishna. It's a person. It's a person. That's what you say. There is a person behind the impersonal effulgence. Since he is addressed as the primeval philosopher, Eka, Rise, and maintainer, Pushan, and well-wisher of the universe, Prajapatya, the supreme truth, cannot be, he cannot be impersonal. Must be a person. It makes sense?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. This is philosophy. So understand everything in detail. No speculation here. The personal aspect is the most auspicious. Most auspicious. Personal. Kalyana Tasman. Most auspicious. Paramana. Parama Atma. More auspicious. Brahmajyoti auspicious. Auspicious, more auspicious, and most auspicious. Most auspicious. Hare Krishna. Is it clear?
May I ask you a question?
Yes, Prabhu.
We've read that each universe has one sun that's providing light and heat throughout the entirety of that universe. So, my question is, what is the relationship between this all-powerful sun that can fill the whole universe with light? What's the relation with the sun and Brahmajyoti?
Oh, that's a powerful question. Thank you. The relationship between the sun and the Brahmajyoti is that the sun is taking its power from the Brahmajyoti. That is the source. That is the relationship. And the Brahma confirmed that in Brahma Samhita. All luminous objects, they take their strength from Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's the relationship. All right.
I read that in taking its luminous power from the Brahmajyoti, it's actually just a tiny reflection. Like the way, if the sun is in the sky, but it's a very cloudy sky, and you look up, you know the sun's there, you see some light, but it's like a darkish form of the light, because the clouds are really interfering.
Yes.
So the cloud of the Mahatat is causing the suns of every universe to just be a tiny, tiny little reflection, not a purely perfect reflection of the Brahmajyoti. It's a I won't say perverted reflection, but it's a very insignificant reflection of the true luminous Brahmajyoti.
Yeah.
Which is incredible, because we can't even imagine the luminous power of just the sun. And that's just a dim reflection of some greater luminous power. So,
Yes. Thank you.
although the sun is taking power from the Brahmajyoti, but it's reflecting it in a very limited way.
Yes. It put us in our corner so that we know where we belong. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, let's continue. Let's continue. Remove the Brahmajyoti. Unless one surpasses the Brahmajyoti glare, one cannot have any information of the land of the Lord. The impersonalist philosopher, being blinded by the dazzling Brahmajyoti, cannot realize the factual abode of the Lord, nor his transcendental form. Affected by such a profound of knowledge, the thinkers cannot understand the all blissful transcendental form of the Lord Krishna. Sri Isopanishad therefore offers this prayer to the Lord to remove the effulgent rays of the Brahmajyoti so that the pure devotee can see his all blissful transcendental form. Nice. Bhagavan. Bhagavan. Srila Jiva Goswami gave the meaning in Bhagavad Sandarbha. One who fully maintains, guardian. Ga means it's a guide, it's a leader, it's a creator. One means every being lives in him. He lives in every being. So that's the meaning of Bhagavan. Make sense? Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
How can every being be in him, and yet he's in every one of them? How can that make sense?
Yeah, very good.
So, on its surface, contradictory.
Yes, yes.
And it's incredible. It's true,
Yes.
but it's beyond our comprehension.
Yes. So, and Prabhupada said in here that until Krishna removed this glaring effulgence, we cannot understand, we cannot enter the realm of understanding. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained that only by undivided devotional service can one enter into the mysteries of my understanding as I'm standing directly before you, that you can see me directly with your eyes. Undivided devotional service. That's 11:54. 11:54, yes. So Krishna lives in everything and everything lives in him. So his name is? No. Vasudev. Vasudev. Here is Bhagavan. Bhagavan is Vasudev, who lives in everything and everything lives in him as Vasudev. We are in the universe, right? Yes. We are in the universe. And the universe is where? Inside Krishna. Right? The universe, all the universes are inside Krishna. So he himself is inside and also outside. Just like air. We have 10 airs. Agree? Is it 10? Okay, thank you. 10 airs. 5 is inside and 5 is outside. Do we see them? So that means it doesn't exist? No. Eh? Because we don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist because we don't see it? No, We don't have any qualification. Are we seeing everything? Have you seen their mind? Huh? So if I say you have no mind, because you don't see it. So will you agree with me? No. Everybody knows I have my mind. Have you seen our intelligence? Have you seen Mr. Intelligence? No. But we know that we have intelligence is manifesting in our activities. By activity, you can understand, oh, this is a very intelligent person. So that is Krishna's omnipotency. He's inside and he's also outside of everything. The transcendental sound Bhagavan represents infinite knowledge, potency, energy, opulence, strength, and influence, all without a tinge of material inebriety. The Lord fully maintains his unalloyed devotees, and he guides such devotees progressively on the path of devotional perfection. As leader of his devotees, he ultimately awards the desired result of devotional service by giving himself to his devotees. The devotees of the Lord see the Lord eye to eye by the causeless mercy of the Lord. And thus, the Lord helps his devotees to reach the supermost spiritual planet, Goloka Vrindavan. As creator, he can create all the necessary qualifications in his devotee so that the devotee can ultimately reach him. The Lord is the cause of all causes, and there is no cause of him, for he is the original cause. As such, he enjoys his own self by manifesting his own eternal potency. The eternal potency is manifested not exactly by himself, for he expands himself as a Purushas, and it is in these forms that he maintains the futures of the material manifestation. By such expansions, does he create, maintain, and annihilate the cosmic manifestation. You understand? Yes, Prabhu.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes.
You just read to us that the devotees of the Lord see the Lord eye to eye.
Yes.
So I was just thinking, in our current condition, we have a material body, and seeing is being done through material energy.
Yes.
Material
Aye.
organ of the body, the eye. But in the spiritual world, there's no difference between the body and the soul.
Yes.
So does that suggest or mean that when one has a spiritual force, an actual spiritual body, every part of that body is seeing?
Yes. Like.
It's not just what we associate with as just eyes, even though
Yes.
to make us understand the word we see eye to eye.
Yes.
But their whole being is seeing.
Exactly. All the senses of Krishna can do any of the activities that other part of the body can do.
It will be the same with the spiritual body of a liberated soul.
Yes. So when we get there, we have the same ability with Krishna. The same ability. Yes. Let us go there. And we waste our time here for nothing.
That is so incredible.
Yes.
We're always hearing that verse and thinking how incredible that is for God. It's also, everyone up there has that.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
It reminds me of when Srila Prabhupada was asked if they eat in the spiritual world, what happens to the food? Is the food, the vegetables in the spiritual world are also devoted.
Yes.
His reply was just,
Could you answer louder with that answer to that Prabhupada question?
Prabhupada's answer was, you'll find out when you get there.
Adieu. It's powerful. I've had some experience to give a glimpse of how eternal everything is in the spiritual world. In Nigeria, we have one of our temples in the northern part. Like in India, the northern part is very cold. It's very cold. Cold. So we have a temple there, and in the temple courtyard we have varieties of flowers. So I picked some of the flowers which I offered to my deities. The flowers remain the same 24 hours. There were no difference. Normally the flower will go down and get dry. For 2 days, I was wondering, should I throw the flower away, or what will I do with it, or just leave it there? Because it didn't change at all from the normal flower that it's supposed to go down, get weak, and dry up. 2 days, I didn't know. That is what I saw. When I threw it away, I didn't know what happened after that. But for the days I kept these flowers, it remained the same. So then I was thinking, yes. So there's no doubt that Vaikuntha will be like this. If you can have it here like this, that means it is true that in Vaikuntha, nothing perishes, everything remains the same. If I can have the material experience. So, yes, everything there is eternal. It's eternal. Always in existence. So they will remain the same. So let's go there, Papa said, so that we can experience it directly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Those who are not as perfect as the pure devotees, those who have realized only the Brahman future or the Paramatman future of the Lord, cannot appreciate the activities of such perfect devotees. But the Lord always helps such pure devotees by supplying necessary knowledge within their heart, and by His special favor, He dissipates all the darkness of ignorance, as it is stated in the Isopanishad. The Lord can be known only to those whom He favors, and not to anyone else. And such special favors are bestowed upon His pure devotees only. Sri Isopanishad here indicates such favor of the Lord beyond the preview of the Brahmajyoti. All right. Mantra 17. Mantra 17. Prayer to the Lord to remove to remember our service. The Lord has removed the effulgence. So now, person to person, what the glue a relationship? What is the glue that keep relationship together? Don't hold the book like that; it will soon spoil. Yeah, you serve as some principle. What keep relationship together? Service. Thank you. Service. Huh? No. Not attachment. Yes, service. Service. So now we are praying for service. The effulgence is removed. Now we are now directly with the Lord. So what is between us is service. So we are asking for service. Prayer to the Lord to remember our service. Emphasizes understanding Krishna at the time of death. It is a prayer to the Lord to kindly remember our service to Him. Chant the mantra. Vayu anilam amritam atedam vasam sariram om kratu smara kritam smara kratu smara kritam smara. Translation.
Let this temporary body be burned to ashes, and let the air of life be merged with the totality of air. Now, O my Lord, please remember all my sacrifices, and because you are the ultimate beneficiary, please remember all that I have done for you.
So Bhakti Cross said, this prayer is not a pure prayer. Not a prayer of pure bhakti. But he added, it is a prayer of liberation from the material world. That's why it's not pure bhakti. And though such a prayer is not considered proper in pure bhakti, such prayers for liberation are uttered in Gyan Mishra Bhakti, which is a door for pure service. In this mantra, there is a remembrance of bhakti along with liberation. Is it not? Did you see that? You didn't see it now, but now you can see it. You can see it. There's a remembrance. He's begging for liberation, and at the same time, he's begging for remembering the Lord. So that will purify the contamination which is there, to purify. Yes. The Lord is addressed as Kratu, sacrifice for intelligence, because He is the essence of sacrifice and knowledge. Aham Kratu, Aham Jagya, Bhagavad Gita 9:16. It is I who am the ritual. I, the sacrifice, Krishna said. So it's a good prayer, because it will eventually lead us to pure bhakti. It's a beginning to pure bhakti. Kritam smara. Karto smara, kritam smara. Why repetition? Why repetition?
He's emphasizing. He wants to emphasize.
It's emphasizing. Very good. Very good. See, it's there on the board now.
Devotee is urging the Lord. Devotee is urging the Lord to act quickly.
Devotees are very ecstatic. Yes. Yeah, very ecstatic. Give me now. Prema, let me go. This material is too much of a problem. Let me go to you. Since I'm seeing you now, I don't have to wait again for anything. Accident can take place. Before accident happens, let me go. Yes. Thank you. Giving up material body, accepting spiritual body, and then the relationship with the Supreme Spirit. You see that in this mantra. You will see it in this mantra. If you look also, you see that there is a humility in this prayer, right? There's humility. Any humility here in this prayer? Did you see? Where is the humility inside the prayer?
First line. The very first line.
Which one?
Let this temporary body be burned to ashes.
He's also asking, please, twice.
Yeah. Look carefully. Check carefully. So we say he has asked for please twice. Very good. What else? It's good. Very good. Look at it very carefully. You just got one from there now to show, yes, there's humility here. It's a prayer to humility.
So Manu knows that he cannot do on himself, so everything by himself.
Yes, when you beg means what? Without humility, you cannot beg. It's begging. Yes, it's humility. Right? Right? So it's a prayer, through humility. It's approaching Krishna through humility. So this is how we should approach Krishna. With humility. It's necessary. Okay. All right, let's move forward. How is material body created? How is it created? You don't see it there? Huh? According to propensities for sense gratification. That's the qualification for the different bodies we have. It's not that Krishna imposed it on us. We desire it. So material energy will help us to form it. Just like if you approach a tailor to make a dress for you, the tailor will not make a dress for you, only by your requests to make. So the body we have now, it is according to our desire and the past life. So material energy helps us arrange it for us. Yes, Prabhu.
I think that the desire of the living entity for sense gratification,
Yes.
it's not focused on a species or a certain type of body. If someone wants to enjoy animal flesh,
Yes.
he's not thinking I should become a tiger.
Yes.
If someone wants to enjoy sex, the pleasure of sex, he's not thinking I should become a pigeon.
Yes.
Even though Prabhupada said a pigeon can have sex 100 times a day.
Yes.
So the living entity is just desiring these sense pleasures without any reference to the body he's going to be given
Yes.
in order to try to have those.
Very good. It's very good.
Ultimate ignorance of the living entity, just desiring for sense pleasure without realizing what comes along with it.
Very good. A very good point. Yes. When we have that desire, I want to enjoy sex. I may not particularly ask Krishna, give me the pigeon body because, yeah. But the Krishna will know the intensity of that desire. He knows. That is his duty, super soul in the heart. He knows. He knows the aggregate of our desire. And based on the calculation, the velocity, when the Christian look at the temperature, the heat from that our desire, okay, this person desire qualify him or her for this body of a pigeon, till you get it.
The wife is becoming the sheep digit for sure. Because though she, oh, I don't want this to end. Okay, we'll give you a body where you can
Yes.
endlessly
Yes.
so-called taste
Yes.
this ridiculous concept of sex pleasure.
Yes. That's Krishna's
People have no
power.
training to know what the consequences are of
Right.
these desires.
Yes. So the Supreme Lord, He knows where we are going. He knows the direction we are going. It's okay, you need a hot body. It's okay, you take this. This kind of desire is going to be a camel body, so you take that. So I want to be a bird, so you take that. So he'll give permission to material energy to assemble everything perfectly for us. Sometimes we go to and in the plane, the people come with their boga. And so we have this, we have this, we have this, we have this. So what do you want? Some people say, well, one day I was in the plane and there was somebody from my behind. And the person was not able to decide which of the things they mentioned. So the person, no, don't worry, I will decide for you. I will give you something wonderful. I will give you something wonderful. I will give you. So he he made the play for the man and give to the man. He didn't refuse. He accepted it and he enjoyed it. So we make the desire that we don't exactly know in our confused state which of the bodies are there. Krishna, we don't know what the species, 8 million different forms. We don't know about it. But Krishna knows all. He knows all. He knows where our desire is taking us to. So he knows all. So no, this one is taken to this place. So you get this. So he will perfectly arrange it for us. And when that is done, we have to undergo the training to perfectly release that body without complaint. We go for training to enjoy that particular body. The body don't just given like that. We have to go to the training. For example, for Indra to take the body of a hog, he has to go for training to live peacefully in a hog body. Then you take that. Material energy is really working hard under Krishna's direction. Yes, Prabhu.
We've been reading that Prabhupada says 99.9% of all humans
Yes.
are victims. They're victims. Because the society that all of them live in is presenting to them that advancement means how to have more and more and more.
Yes.
Self-gratification.
Yes.
They're being taught that that's the purpose of life. So the whole society is teaching them to try to focus on those desires, and we're going to teach and invent ways to increase it. The whole society is going to hell.
Yes.
Everyone who's a human is headed for an animal or lower birth.
Right.
Slave birth. Every one of them that you ever see, that's their immediate future. This is like too horrible.
Really, really horrible.
This society is their enemy in the name of so-called advancement.
Yes. That's why
Everyone's running after the so-called advancement.
yes. They are fooling us every moment, every moment.
We have been left such a great task.
Yes.
So much service Prabhupada has left.
Yes. Yes. After this, let's go out. Don't go and take your certificate and go and keep in a room. Let's get out. We should go out and present it. That's what we are studying. Let us go and present it. It's not about certificate. It's a preparation for our services. You understand me? Yes. Let's get out and present Krishna consciousness. Let them have this knowledge. It is missing. The missing link. Yes. Thank you. This.
It's almost as if you don't want to go on Sankirtan, but you see this, does that make you a hard-hearted person?
No.
Self-centered person?
No.
But it's possible to become that. Because when you see this is everyone's future, how could you not want to save them? They're our brothers and sisters.
Yes.
We're all, Krishna is their father as much as he's our father.
Yes.
That makes us a family.
Right.
We have no,
Yes.
we can't resist wanting to save them.
Yes. Yes.
Like going on Sankirtan.
Yes. My spiritual master said, all of us, look around. We should look around and see. What do we see? Suffering is going on everywhere. So what are we doing to help people get out of this suffering? What are we doing? We have to do something. Look around. Suffering. Varieties of sufferings. Immeasurable anxiety. Chinta, maperemeya. Everywhere in the world. So what are we doing? Take the Isopanishad philosophy out there. It's the only solution. It's the only solution. Are we ready?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A stool eating hog, flesh eating tiger. What happens after death of body? Living entity not annihilated, doesn't become formless, continues to exist. Why always change? Different desire for sense gratification. How does a yogi change his body? Controls the movement of the air in the body, rise the life air to Brahmarandra and transfer oneself to another planet by practice. They're all mentioned here, Prabhupada said, so they're all put here so you can see. So it makes it easy to understand. This is inside.
The Prabhupada said, we are the only institution in the world teaching.
Yes.
What your second box says.
Hmm.
We're not annihilated, we don't become formless,
Yes.
and we continue to exist.
Yes.
We're the only ones teaching what that means, about that.
Yes. There is somewhere one Prabhupada said, ISKCON is the incarnation of Krishna for now. ISKCON is the incarnation of Krishna for now. ISKCON is the incarnation of Krishna. We believe it? Is it true?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
His exact words were, this society, this ISKCON is non-different from Krishna himself.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that was what he said at one time, how he explained it.
Yes. Yes. When does this stop? When a living entity enters into the spiritual atmosphere and develops a spiritual body. Here in the material world, one has to change his body forced by material nature on account of his different desires for sense gratification. These desires are represented in the various species of life, from the germs to the most perfect material bodies, those of Brahma and the demigods. All of these have bodies of matter in different spheres. different shapes. An intelligent person sees oneness not in the variety of bodies, but on the spiritual identity. The culture of knowledge reaches perfection only when the knower comes to the point of surrendering unto the Supreme Lord, called Vahasudeva. But even after attaining knowledge in the matter of one's spiritual identity, unless he comes to the point of knowing that the living entities are eternal parts and parcels of the whole, and that they can never become the whole, one has to fall down again into the material atmosphere, even after having become one with the Brahma Jyoti. This sense of overlordship is the material disease of the living being. And under the spell of such sense enjoyment, he transmigrates from through the different shapes of body manifested in the material world. The sense of becoming one with the Brahma Jyoti is not therefore mature knowledge. The sense of surrendering unto the Lord completely and developing the sense of spiritual service is the highest professional stage. Surrendering and rendering of service is the professional stage of surrender. In this mantra, the living entity prays to enter into spiritual kingdom of God after relinquishing the material body and the material air. The devotee prays to the Lord to remove his activities and the sacrifices he has performed. The devotee prays to the Lord to remember his activities and the sacrifices he has performed. Now, before his material body is turned into ashes. This prayer is made at the time of death with full consciousness of his past deeds, not of the ultimate goal. One who is completely under the rules of material law remembers the heinous activities performed during the existence of a material body. And therefore, he gets another material body after death. The Bhagavad Gita confirms this truth. It states that at the time of death, the mind carries with it the propensities of the dying animal, and the next life is obtained in terms of that material mental state. Yes. When does one get spiritual body? After accepting as part and parcel of Supreme Lord and not the whole. Surrender to Vasudeva. Perform devotional service. How does one get it? By remembering the Lord at the time of death. What if one is not able to remember? The Lord doesn't forget even if the living entity forgets. When one doesn't get spiritual body, desire for lordship over material nature, desire to be one with the Brahma Jyoti, this will make us not to have the spiritual body. Therefore, we should have a healthy desire. By performing devotional service, it will help us to understand the desires we have. If one perform devotional service with the proper attitude, either we remember, we doesn't remember, it does not matter. The Lord will help us to remember. That is his duty. The Krishna duty is to remember us. Our duty is to serve Krishna as he requested. Krishna wants us to serve him. If you serve him as he requested, you will get everything by his costless mercy. You remember everything by his costless mercy. We don't have to worry. don't have to worry. He will do everything for us completely. Okay, let's take our break and we'll continue after some few minutes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mahaprabhu.